I just hit up non-stop. Kirk come build me out. Smoking on that yacht non-stop. Please come help me out. I just put my thumb in her. Think she love me now. I just made some money. What the fuck? I done spent it now.
What up, it's the homie Uknowcell, man. You locked in to Uknowcell.com. It's the people's choice. I'm here with my dog, Q the boy. It's the homie, the boy. What up, though?
Good with you, man.
You
already know.
Chilling, bro. I'm excited, bro, that we able to get this sit down in real quick, man. We've been working, pushing your record for a little minute now. So now we actually get to sit down and talk, and chop it up, just about your journey, man. And what you've been doing as far as the music. Like, take me back to the beginning. Even maybe before music, what got you even interested into doing music?
I mean, so when I was in it's crazy because when I was in 7th grade, essentially, I was in this creative writing class, and I just had like hella like metaphors and similes and stuff that was just hitting like crazy. So my teacher, she was just like, man, you're actually pretty good creative writer. I used to act up in class and stuff like that, but that was one of the classes I actually really liked. So she was just telling me like, yeah, I'm surprised you don't want to like rap or anything because the way you deliver things in the way that you're creative writing, it just seems as if like it's rap. So ever since then, I'm like, oh, maybe I might think about it. But I would just write stuff down. I could never get the delivering part of it. Like I could write bars for days, but like the actual delivering it, that was something I didn't really like. I couldn't get down, so I just stopped like trying to rap. I would just write and then try to focus on something that I knew that was secure, and all other stuff. And then like 2016 hit, and I was just like, man, I just want to I don't want to live life like this, like I want to do it, but only being stopped because I can't get something right. I might as well just try it. So I did that. I put pen to paper, you know what I'm saying, got in the studio, actually recorded my first song in my like closet. I had bought a mic, all this other stuff, you know what I'm saying. So after I bought the mic and I started recording, I recorded my first song, Super Quentin.
You remember that joint?
Yeah. Word for word. Like it's crazy because the way it happened was, so I dropped it, right? And my brother, he listened to it, he's like, it's great, it needs to be mixed and all that stuff. But I'm an impatient person. I'm I just want to go to the streets, you know what I'm saying? So I dropped it, and then I just started putting money behind it. I had paid a comedian to do his skit
like
in the background,
funny video and shit,
like a little background shit, right? And his name is Mr. Bankshot. So he did that shit for me, and that shit just started going crazy. Like it had got like 100,000 streams.
This your first song?
Yeah, my first song ever. So like that shit happened, and then but for me, I was so new to the game, I didn't really understand how I could like really capitalize. We all
what's the next move?
Yeah, what's the next move? Like from that point on, like I didn't drop another song for like 7 months, you know what I'm saying? Because I was still trying to push, you know what I'm saying?
That's straight like
that was dumb.
SoundCloud.
Yeah, that was the SoundCloud.
Dropping a song a week type shit.
Yeah, but I was in the mindset of no, we just gotta really push, just this one song. And I mean, like it had its pros and cons with it, but I didn't maximize it enough. But yeah, that happened, and then from there, I knew that like if people like this, and this is just my first song I ever put out in the world, like I know over time it can only go up from here. And that's why like when you hear a lot of my music, it's a lot of like changes in sounds and stuff like that, because it's just you can really hear the development of my music. Like Super Quentin, like as a lot of people like that song, but like it was a lot of rushed delivery, you know what I'm saying? A lot of like breaths that could have been taken out. It was so much stuff. Like now,
it's safe to say you ain't listening to Super Quentin right now.
Oh God, no! I had bars of Super Quentin. I ain't gonna cat with you like that was probably one of my like most bar heavy songs, because that's how I used to think that like a rap song needs to be have bars. Rap. It just have to be bars. Every line should be a bar. But then I realized like you don't have to be. It's more to it than that. I think I really fell in love with the idea of like delivery, and like once I really understood my delivery and how I could deliver things, everything became a more smooth process. I've been able to become more laid back. Back then, I sounded like Khalees on the track. I was rapping, yelling
I hate you so much right now.
I was yelling on that bitch, but now that's more of a smooth transition. So
no, I feel that, and I think you said a lot of key things. You know what I mean? In just your description of your journey from then till now, I think one of the things that stood out was one of the first things you said. Like, most people get that story about their teacher, and they be like, "Man, my teacher told me I wasn't gonna be shit."
Right.
But she actually believed in you in something that could be so like a no-go for
Right.
most people. Like, you rap? No, you better focus on this.
Right.
I think that was very significant.
Yeah.
I think the fact of you already knowing on your first song that, you know, sometimes relationships take money. You invested in yourself from the beginning.
Right.
So now you just continue to do those things. I see. You know what I mean? Just from you working with me and we doing some things together and getting some business done.
Right.
I think that's important too as artists. So talk about that aspect of it and understand, and you understanding business, how that helps you on the artistry side.
it's everything. Like, a lot of people think that you just get on because people like you got a good song and you discovered like those stories. I ain't gonna lie, they sometimes do happen, but it's so rare. Like you probably have a better chance of winning the lottery, you know what I mean?
Right.
But like the biggest part of like music is the relationship building aspect and knowing that you're gonna have to drop cheese. Like that's like a lot of people get angry at the like play all that stuff. They get angry at all that stuff, but that's just the name of the game. Because if you look at it on the reverse side, these people that can plug you in, they got families they gotta feed. You know what I'm saying? They got they got all these other things they gotta do too. So you know what I'm saying? Them taking the time out to actually help you just because you got a good song, you think that's gonna happen, then you like ridiculous. Because there's a lot of people out here. We have so much access to music, so much access to recording and mix and master. Almost every rapper nowadays mix and master their own songs, and they not bad. You know what I mean? But like at the same time though, like so since everybody have that access to be good, you have to be able to be the one to build those relationships. And a lot of relationships happen. Like people don't like to hear this, but it happened through cheese. Like you know what I mean? Like like people like respect a real nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's cool and all, but that can only get you so far. You know what I mean? Like you got to be able to like sit down, try to get the right people and talk their language. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it's not even money. Sometimes it might be a service. You know what I'm saying? Like you be like, all right, if you post this for me, blah blah. If you like, how this do certain stuff for me, like as far as like post, comment, or whatever the case may be, then I got you. You know what I'm saying? If you stay engaged, and I got you. There's a lot of things you could do. It's about like I heard something this dude was talking about like social currency, right? Digital social currency, right? Like where like you don't even have to sometimes you don't even have to spend money, right? Like you can like comment on somebody, be a frequent engager on that person you want to be on a page, right? And then over time they start seeing this person commenting on all my stuff. This person, they might just follow you. Then from there, you doing story replies. They might just reply to your stories and stuff like that too. Like,
giving out a lot of game right now.
Yeah, I am. I am giving out. It's a lot of stuff, man. Like that you have to do, but it's all just from the way you build the relationship. Like it's key. But a lot of times it usually starts from cheese. Like that's just the real world type shit.
That's kind of the name of the game, man. When people say business, that's 9 times out of 10 that's what they mean. You know what I mean? It's other ways to do it. You know, you can barter, you can trade. I may have a certain demographic of people that's attached to me that you might need or whatever. But I definitely appreciate your approach to the game, and it only adds when you have the type of music that you have.
Right.
So, and with that being said, I want to talk about the record, Stuck. That's what you've been pushing.
Right.
Talk about how that record came about. It's definitely a fun record.
Yeah, it was like, it's so crazy. So like a lot of times, so I'm driving on my way back from like Grand Rapids, and I'm not the type of person that can just listen to my music playlist. I got like over 1,000 songs that I got saved on Spotify, but I'm done with the music listening to my playlist after like 20-30 minutes. So I just go on YouTube while I'm driving and like just look at beats and hear beats, and I usually just go on there and buy. That's how I like buy a lot of my beats. If that or my boy I am _ Mark Clayton, he'll make a beat for me. Okay. So I found this beat by Nate Flow, and I was just listening to it. I'm like, all right. And the way I like record and do my music, like when the beat drop, the first thing that comes to me, that's what I just build off of the song. Like that's like it's very like I try to keep it as genuine as possible.
So do you still write, or when you say as soon as the beat drop, the first thing comes to your head, are you already in the booth and you like just off the top of the head, or do you still put the pen to the paper?
Oh, I still put the pen to the paper for sure. Like I'm like there are situations where I go in the studio, you know, and I just like try to do it organically like that. But I feel like my best work has been like precisely prepared. You know what I mean? Like I feel like when music, I'm not one of those people that try to make it as impulsive as possible. I like everything to be like planned and critiqued to a T. So like when I heard that song, I just hit a that was the first thing I heard. After that, I immediately, while driving, went to my voice memo and recorded. I just hit a and then I just knew, all right, from there I'm gonna start building up. And by the time I got home, I had the whole song already ready. So you know what I'm saying? Great. So then I just started writing all the stuff down that I said in those voice memos, and then from there went to the studio the next day, recorded it right then and there.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Then so now the video and then the marketing and stuff that came behind it. What was the creative process with that?
So like with the video, so what I really want to, so I shot it with Urban Outrage Productions. So I shot that video with them, and one of the things that like I just really wanted to relay was just like I wanted to be vibey. Yeah. Like I feel like my favorite.
I definitely got that.
Yeah, like I wanted it to be a vibe when you see the video. I wanted like to have vintage, like some parts where it's vintage and sometimes where it's just bouncy. I wanted to have something where you can like, the video is kind of like an experience, and like from what everybody like who watched the videos said, that like they feel like they like the song even more because of the video and the way that they expressed that. So I really wanted that to be planned to perfection as far as the actual like planning for that video. And then for like the marketing, one of the things I just really like, and that's something like with marketing, it's such a crazy thing, you know what I'm saying? So like
it's super important.
It's super important. That's what people don't understand. So like right now I'm working with Menace Media as far as like trying to get like, because they got a lot of connections on their end as far as like how to push it to the next level. So I've been working with them, and then I just, you know, like just knowing some of the things that I know too as far as like how to push certain stuff. Marketing is one of those things that's very like we like to think that we know what we're talking about, but you just got to go to the people who know people, you know what I'm saying? Sure. Like that's why I reached out, you know, to you too as well, because I knew that you was well connected. So like you just got to go with the people that you know, because trying to figure this thing out is like, it takes years or time. Like you have to study for like 1,000 hours a month, you know, as far as like, to try to figure it out. And I don't even think it's 1,000 hours in a month, but you get it.
But you know, I feel you. It's definitely like a lot of people always say when you pay somebody, you're paying somebody for the years of experience or what they've done up until that point to really get you to your next level. You know what I mean? It's somebody out here with way more experience than you, and that's what you're really paying for. That experience, that know-how to get the job done.
Right. Smarter, not harder. You know what I'm
saying? Exactly. Long story short, smarter, not harder, for sure. So you talked about not pushing just like one record, but keep putting music out. So what is your process now? Are you, obviously we know stuff, but what's coming next for you?
So right now, so I just actually did something with Breaker, where I just submitted my like it's like a clean song for about like financial freedom, but I actually made it to a banger. A lot of people who I've sent the song to would like to say the same. So like that one, that might be coming out soon. If it hits that playlist, then I'm going to do it, because they're going to have to add it on the Spotify playlist and all that other stuff anyway. So I'm going to drop that soon. But I got a song called Balance. I shot the video too. I got a song called Last Strike. I got like a lot of stuff that's coming out. I think one of the things I really want to focus on in the next couple months is like really like hitting YouTube. Like I feel like what I see a lot of people who are already on do is like really build up their YouTube and then focus on the Spotify, because like with YouTube, what I've seen, this is just my experience, I may not be right about it, but I just see that like people who have a YouTube following typically have more loyal following, you know what I'm saying? So really building that up over the next couple months too has just been one of the things I focus on. And just once I feel like I still feel like Stuck still have a push to be pushed, you know what I mean?
For sure.
Like, so I don't want to like interrupt that or just drop that, because I've made mistakes where I dropped the song, you know what I'm saying? I just immediately wanted to pivot to another song because it didn't pick up right away. So it's just that patience.
I totally agree with you, man. I always tell people like, music is new to somebody every day.
Right.
You know what I mean? So you can't never stop. You can never really tell with music. It could take 2 weeks. It could take 6 months.
Right.
But if the right people catch it, it can blow, or the right thing happen. You know, whether it be a TikTok video or whatever. You know what I mean? So definitely, I think Stuck is a solid record that's worthy of being pushed.
Appreciate that.
So what's the process? Like you say, you got a lot of music. Is it like a project that you aiming to put out, or is it just like single? It's gonna be like single driven. Like it's Stuck, then it's gonna be this song, this song.
So it's actually funny you say that, because like before I dropped Stuck, like if you hear White Birkin and Enemies, they sound completely different from like how Stuck sound.
Okay.
And I think that like I really just like this new style of like all the stuff that I just recorded post February. That's when I recorded Stuck. All like within that trend of that area. Before that, I already had a mixtape ready. Like then it was gonna be on some like if you had a comp for like the sound would have been like on some like Trippy Red, like you know like Uzi, that type of sound. You know what I'm saying? That's how like Enemy kind of is too. But I immediately was like, once I heard myself on Stuck, I'm like, I like this better. It's not that many people that sound like this at all. You know what I'm saying? This is it. It's me. I'm a very laid back but goofy, chill, vibey type of person. So right now, like I did have a plan for a mixtape, but right now I'm just building up so much. I'm making so much music right now. The main focus is dropping singles, and then once I build that, once I get that crowd that I really want. At that point, that's when I'm gonna really like focus on like trying to do a mixtape. So I really want to just reel them in single at a time. I don't want to drop a mixtape and just overwhelm it and it's not even there yet. You know what I mean?
And then we definitely don't want to ignore the elephant in the room. And when I say that, I mean the COVID situation.
Right.
And how I want to know how that has been affecting you as an artist, especially one on the ground where it's like, you know, you got so many restrictions, and where we're at, like showcases, open mics, those are hot things.
Right.
There's not too many of those going on right now, and definitely I feel like Stuck is a performance record.
Right.
So how has, you know, our current situation and circumstances surrounding COVID been affecting you? Has it been, you know, kind of hindering what you've been doing, or has it just been helpful as far as recording wise?
I mean, I wouldn't say it's had like a crazy impact. I mean, definitely with the performance, you know, my brother, my brother, he's majority owner for owner of Crowd Freak, you know what I'm saying? I have a partial ownership in it too as well. So working with him, and you know, we do showcases and concerts and everything along those lines. We do all of the above. So working with him, like whenever they do shows, you know, of course I'm gonna be on there and everything along those lines. So like it has like since COVID happened, it did kind of slow down things in that regard. But I also will say like with COVID too, though, it helped me realize like how important like certain like trends are, and like the marketing aspect of it is, you know what I'm saying? Like you start to see things catch on like that. Like you start realizing how you can convert your music to something that's trendy, which is something I have no like real true knowledge of, but I know the people do. That's why I said like Menace Media, like they already like help multiple artists do that. So that's why I'm like, well, I see them doing that, then you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna go ahead and try to figure it out type thing.
For sure. And you know, before we get out of here, we haven't yet to say the social media where they can find your music. So let's do that. Definitely.
Oh yeah, so you already know Cuter Boy. That's QUETHEBOY. So that's on all platforms, everything. Cuter Boy. You know what I'm saying? I feel like nobody gonna ever try to take that name because like it's just unique. You know what I mean?
For sure.
So yeah, that's where you can find me. My new song Stuck is out everywhere, you know what I'm saying? Video out now, almost at 14K views. Like, you know what I'm saying? No label, no major label pushing. You know, we still got CF the label and everything along those lines, but like ain't no like apparently we just all just hustling
off the muscle,
brick by brick. You know what I mean?
Sure. Well, like I said, man, I definitely appreciate you, you know, just spending this time with your boy, and just the genuineness of, you know, how everything came about. Right. I definitely appreciate that. So listen, man, make sure y'all check in, tune in, Cuter Boy, see everything you got going on. You know, I'm a representative of Hot 107.5. We done played the record on the radio, all that. So listen, man, just stay tuned with him. Follow him on Instagram. Check out his YouTube. Keep rocking with Uknowcell.com. Appreciate it.